I'm Jeff Yakey. I entered the Army in 1988. I was in the 10th Mountain Division, Fort Drum, New York. I was 11 Bravo Infantry. I was airborne. I was an M60 gunner. 1989, spent time down at the Jungle Operation Training Center in Fort Sherman, Panama. And in 1991, I was mobilized for Operation Desert Storm. So after I ETS'd out of the military, I enrolled at Michigan State University. After 4 years, got my degree in exercise physiology. After I received my degree, I got my first job working at the Ann Arbor VA hospital. It's at the VA hospital where I got my first true sense to find out what veterans truly need. When I got out of the military, I felt like I had my cognitive, my physical skills, everything was okay. But working at the VA is when I really realized what the veterans need most, and that's support.
My name's Ron Hughes. I am a retired Army and Navy veteran. I served in the United States Navy from 1983 to 1990, and in the Michigan Army National Guard from 2006 to 2021. I actually retired active duty from the Michigan Army National Guard on April 1st, 2021 after 22.5 years total service.
My name is Joshua Munns. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I served 2002 to 2005 as a radio operator for artillery. I was also almost one of the 22. Currently, I work as a social worker. The population that I work with right now is people with severe and persistent mental illness, a lot of schizophrenia, a lot of trauma-based things.
All right, so let me tell you a quick story. Ann Arbor VA Physical Therapy Department, Corporal Michael Johnson. Corporal Michael Johnson came to us as a 21-year-old that had just been transferred from Germany to the Ann Arbor VA where we have hydrotherapy tanks. This is a 1,500-gallon tank that is used for hydrotherapy to break up tissue for wounds. Corporal Johnson, unfortunately, his squad was hit and he suffered many burns and wounds and things, and so he had what's called flesh-eating bacteria. For 3 months, 7 days a week, Corporal Johnson would come into the PT department and go through hydrotherapy. What we found out, we created a bond, and we found out that the hour and a half, 2 hours that he spent with therapy with us, that was all he did for the whole day. And it became very apparent that I wish there was something else that he could be doing throughout the day. And Freedom River is something that could really offer him some outdoor recreation to help him.
It's important to have a place like Freedom River, not just for relaxing and going out and spending time in nature, but to come out and decompress and leave the stresses of the real world behind. It's a place for not only the veterans, but their families to come out and enjoy time, enjoy activities, and reconnect with each other.
And that's what Freedom River is all about. We're giving our veterans and their families a place to relax, recover, and rejuvenate. For example, we're going to have fishing, we're going to have softball, we're going to have fire pit pavilions, we're going to have camping, RV hookups, we're going to have campsites, boat launch, several docks. We're going to have a veterans memorial. We're going to have career training, horseback riding, obstacle course, hiking trail, 300-foot ADA compliant zip line that will take you from the lodge all the way down to the river. We're going to have Gold Star cabin. We're going to have family cabins. And we're going to have a welcome lodge. Some people don't realize there are 3 things that a veteran deals with on a daily basis. They've heard things that they can't unhear. They've seen things that they can't unsee. And they've smelled things that they can't unsmell. Those 3 things right there can trigger a veteran at any given time. Freedom River is an escape from those daily reminders.
One of the most tragic parts about post-traumatic stress disorder and what the way it erodes at people and erodes at souls in a way is just people, especially veterans, are left almost in pure isolation. Freedom River comes into that, whereas it takes isolation and all but just takes out the picture, right? Freedom River is about community. It's about a place to go where you're safe and you can plug in, you can plug back in, right? And you can plant those seeds and have people there to help you water them and nourish them so that they can grow into that forest.
When you feel you're a part of something, it's easier to cope and to work through issues with other people who have shared experiences.
A lot of charity organizations, a lot of places that have great intentions and to do great work, right? There's a lack of follow through sometimes where they go do the things and they help people out and all that stuff, and then they leave and life goes back to what was. It's just nicer in this regard or that regard, right? To be able to have a place where there's always going to be someone there, or there's always going to be a place of peace where if you're struggling, you just go there, right? A place of peace, someone to talk to, just somewhere to go, just clear your head or gather your thoughts. And if you're having a hard time finding the seeds that you did plant before, someone help you find them.
Veterans, when they get together, there is a bond. There's a brother and sisterhood between veterans that's hard to explain. You don't even have to serve with another veteran to connect with them. You've got a shared experience. And for me, the fellowship and the assistance we can offer each other is of immense importance.
Always look for those little opportunities, those little seeds to plant, right? Because if you can just plant one seed, you never know what's going to happen. If you just look for those little seeds, they can turn the whole forest, and that can really help just people get their lives back and really flourish.
I am Ron Hughes, a retired veteran, and I am a part of Freedom River.
I'm Joshua Munns. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I'm part of Freedom River.
In this last year, we've raised $2 million to secure the 94 acres for our veterans. We now need your help to raise funds for our Freedom River build-out. Let's join forces